The small colony on Proxima Centauri was never meant to be a military outpost. Established as a research station with just over 300 scientists, engineers, and their families, New Hope represented humanity's first tentative step into interstellar colonization. The planet's azure skies and breathable atmosphere made it ideal for long-term habitation, though its stronger gravity and unpredictable weather patterns presented challenges. Dr. Emma Wilson supervised the primary xenobiology lab, studying the planet's simple but fascinating native life forms. Her 6-year-old daughter, Lily, had been born on Proxima Centauri, the first human child born under a different sun. "Mom, can I go watch the birds at the lake?" Lily asked one morning, bouncing with the boundless energy of childhood. Emma smiled, checking the atmospheric readings. "Take your comm unit and don't go past the marker buoys. Be back before the evening storm cycle." "I promise," Lily called back, already halfway out the door. The colony had existed peacefully for 7 years. Earth received their regular transmissions and data packets, sending supplies annually via automated freighters. The United Earth Defense Force maintained a small garrison in the Alpha Centauri system, 2 light-years distant, but military presence near New Hope was considered unnecessary. No one had expected the arrival of the Trisori Empire. The massive ship appeared without warning, its stealth technology rendering it invisible until it entered low orbit. Colony sensors barely had time to register the anomaly before smaller craft began descending toward the surface. In the command center, Director Thomas Parker watched with growing horror as the alien vessels approached. "Get everyone into the emergency shelters," he ordered, "and activate the distress beacon." The colony's emergency broadcast system blared to life. Throughout the settlement, families grabbed emergency kits and rushed toward underground bunkers. Security personnel, armed with little more than basic sidearms, took defensive positions around key infrastructure. Emma was running final containment protocols in her lab when her comm unit crackled. "Mom," Lily's voice was small, frightened. "There's a big ship above the lake. It's not like our ships." Emma's blood turned to ice. "Lily, hide. Right now. Find a spot where you can't be seen and don't make a sound. I'm coming to get you." "I'm scared," came the whispered reply. "I know, baby. I know. Just stay hidden. I'm on my way." The communication cut off as Emma sprinted from the lab, grabbing an emergency pack and heading for the settlement's small fleet of utility vehicles. 2 security officers tried to stop her. "Dr. Wilson, you need to get to a shelter. Director's orders." "My daughter is at the lake," Emma said, pushing past them. "I'm not going to any shelter without her." At the lake, Lily crouched beneath a rock outcropping, watching through a tiny gap as strange figures emerged from the alien craft. They were tall, insectoid beings with chitinous exoskeletons and multiple limbs. They carried devices that hummed with energy, clearly weapons. The aliens spread out, scanning the area methodically. Lily's comm unit vibrated silently against her wrist. Her mother had taught her how to use its emergency functions. With trembling fingers, she activated the distress signal and whispered into the device. "They're at the lake. They have weapons. Please help." The simple message, a child's frightened plea, shot upward, captured by New Hope's communication array, and was instantly bundled into the colony's distress beacon. The signal blasted outward at light speed in all directions, carrying identification codes, location data, and Lily's recorded message. 2 light-years away at the UEF garrison in Alpha Centauri, an alert sounded in the command center. Admiral James Holt was reviewing supply manifests when the message arrived. His face hardened as he heard Lily's voice, followed by the automated alert confirming an unknown vessel in orbit around Proxima Centauri B. "Sound general quarters," he ordered. "I want all ships ready for immediate departure." His executive officer hesitated. "Sir, protocol dictates we should wait for confirmation from Earth Command. It could be a false alarm or a misunderstanding." Admiral Holt fixed him with a steely gaze. "That was a child's voice, Commander. A human child calling for help from a colony with no military defense." He stood, his decision made. Waiting is not an option. Within 30 minutes, The 5 warships of Battle Group Alpha disengaged from their docking stations and aligned for FTL jump. Earth's newest vessels, equipped with experimental drive systems, could cross the 2 light years to Proxima Centauri in just under 3 hours. At the lake, Emma had abandoned her vehicle half a kilometer from the shore and proceeded on foot, keeping to cover. Through binoculars, she could see the alien craft and its occupants systematically searching the area. They appeared to be taking samples of soil, water, and vegetation, but they were also scanning for life forms. And they were getting closer to Lily's hiding place. Emma made a decision. Circling wide around the lake, she found a position opposite her daughter's location and deliberately broke cover, waving her arms. "Hey, over here," she shouted. The aliens turned instantly, their attention drawn to the human. As they moved toward Emma, she began running away from the lake, drawing them farther from Lily. The plan worked until Emma stumbled on the uneven terrain. She fell hard, the breath knocked from her lungs. By the time she recovered, the aliens had surrounded her. One of them raised a device, scanning her thoroughly before making a series of clicking sounds to its companions. They seized Emma's arms, pulling her toward their ship. What happened next would be recorded in human military history for generations. The sky above New Hope lit up as 5 UDF warships materialized in orbit. Without hesitation, precision strikes disabled the alien vessel in orbit without destroying it. Simultaneously, drop ships carrying full combat teams descended through the atmosphere, targeting every alien landing site. At the lake, the aliens holding Emma looked up in confusion as the thunder of approaching engines grew louder. A combat drop ship appeared above the trees, hovering as armored soldiers rappelled down on lines. The aliens raised their weapons, but were quickly neutralized by precise, non-lethal fire. Hours later, Admiral Holt stood in New Hope's command center, receiving reports from throughout the colony. The aliens, now identified as a Trisari scientific expedition, had been captured without casualties on either side. Their ship and technology were being studied by UDF specialists. "You broke every protocol in the book," Director Parker said to Holt. "Earth Command could have your commission for this." Admiral Holt watched through the window as Emma and Lily sat together, wrapped in emergency blankets. "Some things matter more than protocol, Director. That child's cry was answered because every person in my battle group is a human being first and a soldier second." He turned, his expression resolute. "The galaxy needs to understand this about us. We may explore peacefully, but we will respond with overwhelming force to protect our own, especially our children." The Trisari would eventually become one of humanity's closest allies, impressed by both Earth's military capability and its restraint. But what truly fascinated them was learning that the entirety of Earth's rapid military response had been triggered by the frightened cry of a single human child.